continue to take a look back at Bo Ryan's amazing career as a Wisconsin basketball head coach. And who better to help us do that than Sam Dekker, who joins us now on the phone. And Sam, the very first time that you met Bo Ryan, what did you think of him?
The first time I actually met him was the time he offered me a scholarship. So I was pretty intimidated, didn't really know what to say, kind of stumbled on my words every time I tried to talk to him, and I didn't know he even knew who I was until he came up to me and offered me a scholarship, and I kind of just looked at him like I was baffled.
What did he explain to you as to why he wanted you on his basketball team?
I was at the Wisconsin camp. I just went there to go, and he sat down and watched 5 minutes of one of my games, and he came up to me and said, "You got to be a Badger." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it?" And he's like, "No, Sam, I'm offering you a scholarship. I need you on my team." And then that's when I was kind of just like, "Oh, wow." I think I just looked at him blankly, and he was waiting for me to say something. He said he'd been waiting for a player like me, and he couldn't pass it up. And lo and behold, the next day I committed.
You sent out a tweet on Tuesday night that said, "I wish I could argue with you one more time, Bo Ryan." What has been the most memorable dispute between you two?
In the film room, we had some of the funnier ones. Just because there was times, I have kind of a colorful personality, kind of goofy, and there's times where I legitimately did not know what I was being, taught, right? And he would just put his head down and kind of say something, make a snark remark, and he was able to turn our, tense times into times that would get the room laughing. And I think that was one big thing that we had.
Coach Ryan has had 14 straight NCAA tournament appearances, back-to-back Final Fours. He's never finished less than 4th in the conference, and all of those are great stats. But from your point of view, what's been his greatest accomplishment?
His first year at Wisconsin, I think they had 6 or 7 scholarship players total. They were picked to be really not a good team at all. And I think they ended up winning the conference, and just showed that it doesn't matter always the pieces you have, it's the way you play and the guy that leads you. And in that case, it's always been Coach Ryan at Wisconsin. The way that he brings in players, has them buy in to a certain way of life, certain way of handling themselves, certain way of basketball, that it's built an identity for Wisconsin and has made it into a powerhouse program.
You told Bo Ryan that you got a 2-bedroom apartment so that when he retired, he could come live with you. Is that offer still on the table?
I guess. I mean, I don't think I'd have a problem with it if he looked after himself and cleaned up a little bit. But I think that offer's still there. We'll have to see if he gets down to Houston, and maybe we could get in some more arguments then.
Once Greg Gard was named the new head coach, you sent him a text message that just said, "How are you doing?" with a smiley face. Where did that conversation go from there?
Just real short. Good. And you? That's kind of the guy that Gardo is. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, and I think he'll excel at this opportunity. And I think he's really excited, and we'll run with it.
All right, Sam Dekker, thanks for letting us receive a glimpse of Bo Ryan from your point of view. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.